Iga Swiatek's shock Indian Wells QF loss brings disastrous WTA rankings hit as Elena Rybakina marches on. Iga Swiatek's surprise loss in the quarterfinals of the BNP Paribas Open 2026 at Indian Wells, along with Elena Rybakina's victory, will have massive implications once the WTA rankings are updated on Monday, March 16th. All singles quarterfinals at Indian Wells were contested on Thursday, March 12th. Swiatek was up against Elena Svitolina, a player she led 4-1 in the head-to-head. The Pole had made at least the semifinals at Indian Wells since 2022 and had a 25-3 record at the tournament prior to her match against Svitolina. While the latter has been in great form this year, Swiatek's record at the tournament and against her older rival made her the firm favorite. However, Svitolina continued her remarkable resurgence this year with a 6-2, 4-6, 6-4 win over Swiatek. Rybakina, meanwhile, beat Jessica Pegula 6-1, 7-6, 4 to reach the semifinals. The two players will swap places once the WTA rankings are updated next week. Rybakina will replace Swiatek as the new world no. 2, thus attaining a new career high and pushing her rival down a rung to number 3. The former has won her last 11 matches against top 10 players, while the latter has now lost her last 5 matches against them. The Kazakh's purple patch shows no signs of slowing down. She won the Ningbo Open and the WTA Finals to finish 2025 on a high, and won the Australian Open to begin 2026 on a high note. Swiatek, on the other hand, crashed out in the group stage of the WTA Finals 2025. Aside from the United Cup, she hasn't advanced beyond the quarterfinals of a tournament this year. She will head to the Miami Open with a win-loss record of 71%, her lowest since she had a 63% record during the same time period in 2019, her first year on the tour. While she continues to struggle, Rybakina could potentially challenge Aryna Sabalenka for the top spot in the coming weeks. Elena Rybakina will be quite pleased with her new career high ranking of number 2. However, she will aim to go one step further, and if she maintains her current form, she could dethrone reigning number 1 Aryna Sabalenka from the summit. Depending on how the rest of the BNP Paribas Open 2026 at Indian Wells plays out, Sabalenka will have a lead of at least 2,282 points. She will have this tally if she loses in the semifinals and Rybakina wins the title. If the Kazakh loses in the semifinals and Sabalenka wins the title, then she will have a cushion of 3,502 points. However, Rybakina is defending only 880 points between the Miami Open and the French Open. Sabalenka, on the other hand, is defending 3,840 points during the same period. While Sabalenka has proven to be a beacon of consistency over the past couple of years, as long as the Kazakh makes a deep run in every tournament, becoming the new world no. 1 is a matter of when and not if. Quick links.